we got? Oh, baby! Let's go, bro!
Yeah. What up, guys? I don't know how many people I'm going to actually be even streaming to tonight. It might be a very quiet night, and that's okay because I'm just going to be talking about the artwork. But welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Again, whoever pops in, we're going to be talking about the artwork from Terastal Festival / Prismatic Evolutions. As we know, it's going to be coming out on Friday. So let me just make sure the music was okay. The music was okay. Go live. We are live, of course, or we should be live. Unless someone comes in here and is like, "You're not live, Cactus. Something's wrong. Something's wrong." But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in again. Just doing an art ranking stream, talking about all the artwork from... Oh, my hair is a mess. My hair is a disaster. Talking about the artwork from Terastal Festival / Prismatic Evolutions, which comes out in just a few days. I'm going to be checking my retail stores starting tomorrow, Wednesday. So I'm going to be going out to Target and Walmart and all those good things. And, Ken X, welcome in. What's going on? But, yeah, so guys, with Prismatic Evolutions, good luck with it coming out. But tonight we're going to be all about the artwork. So if you want to follow along, if you check the pinned comment, I have the tier maker list and the list that I'm going to be using to rank these artworks on a scale of, S being like the absolute best all the way down to F tier. And just breaking it down. So like for me, like S tier is like absolutely perfect. A tier is like pretty dang close with like, some minor things here and there that just things that stick out to me that make it like not an S artwork to me. And then, of course, B, C, D, E. No, I don't think I do an E tier. No, it just goes B, C, D, and then F. If I do have an an E tier, I should get rid of... Oh, no, I don't have an E tier. I don't know why I did that. All right, but yo, welcome in, Far Out Genetics, Trainer Glenn. But yes, the few folks coming in here, we're just doing an art ranking stream. No battles right now. I'm hoping, like I said just a few minutes ago when I started the stream here tonight, that when I go out and start hunting for Prismatic tomorrow in the stores, that I can find some and hopefully maybe do some for Sunday, this weekend stream. If not, then I do have some backup options, which I've mentioned on my Discord. So, we'll see. So, guys, without further ado, let me go over to the art ranking screen here. So, hit the button here. Now, so this is nothing new. So if you're not familiar with this, if you haven't been to one of my art ranking streams before, I'll try to keep this to about an hour, 30 minutes, maybe somewhere around there. And we're going to go through all the artworks. And like, for example, right off the screen here, we have a full art trainer. So full arts, like trainers and Pokemon, I usually start off at like the C tier. And then I have to say to myself, oh, wait, hold on. There's no F tier on this. Can I add the F? Where's the F tier? Hold on. Add a row below. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's delete that. We gotta delete this. Hold on. Delete row. Yeah. Oh, now it's like... Oh my god, it's like laggy as hell. Alright, hold on. Add a row below. Just one. Okay. And we'll give it a color of, let's say, like this purpley whatever. No, not that. Hold on. Why are you doing this to me? Why is it doing this to me? Hold on. Alright, so this was like this green color. Okay. And then, okay, so this will be the F tier, and this we'll give it like, we'll call it pink. We'll put the pink as the F tier. Alright, there we go. Yo, Pokey Dude, what's going on? So again, guys, welcome in. This is not my most popular stream thing that I do. But hey, you know what? If you want to talk about the artwork, if you want to in the chat, as I'm reading the chat, as I go through all these artworks, these full arts, these SIRs from Prismatic Evolutions, if you want to tell me in the chat where you would rank it, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, so S tier being the absolute best, like, and it's amazing. I love it. Love the colors. Love everything. F tier being like, I hate it. Now, I should mention again, and I've said this before in the past when I've done these art ranking streams, that of course, this ranking is also, I do it for fun for myself. So there is my personal bias coming in here. So there's going to be some things that we're obviously going to disagree on. There's going to be something you're like, oh my god, Cactus, like why are you giving this like an F? Like, I love this so-and-so. I love this Pokemon. Like, why? And that's going to happen. So the personal bias sometimes will come in here where I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, like, I hate this Pokemon. I hate it. Like, for example, you guys know how I hate Nosepass and Probopass. So, like, even though those artworks were kind of okay, and sometimes even with my personal bias, I might be like, you know what, this artist did such a good job, I'm going to rank it a little bit higher. I got to give them some credit. But sometimes, like, my personal bias is going to come in here and be like, I hate it so much. I love these vids, says PokeDude. So you love them. All right, excellent. Yo, Jonathan86 coming in from Canada. Yes, so I'm going to be talking about the artworks. Now, all of these images that I pulled up here on screen, we're going to start going through these here in a moment. And I'm going to start actually ranking them and stop talking. Blah, blah, blah. But there's going to be some, like this trainer, I don't even remember some of their names. So I'm just going to be like, you know what, guys? I don't remember who this is, but let me just talk about the artwork and rank it, and then we'll move on. So I'll try not to dwell on any particular card as too long, but yeah. So, yo, Bing Bong, welcome in. Late Night Cactus action. Yes, Late Night Cactus action. So, Tommy Lindell says, I know you really hate Nosepass and Probopass. Yes, I do. You know that. All right, guys. So, you know what? Pull up a chair, or if you're chilling on the couch on your phone or whatever it might be, like, grab a drink, grab a snack, because we're just going to chill. If you're in your PJs, I'm not in my PJs. I'm still just wearing my regular stuff. But, yeah, so I have a Capri Sun, a fresh one, cold, ready to go. Yeah, that's a tough one. Everyone have different opinions about the art. Absolutely. 100%. We're all going to have... Even when people agree, we're still going to agree about, oh, you like it because of the colors? Ooh, I like it because of this. Like, even when we agree, we can disagree. So, like, it's fine. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm going to start us off here. As I said, for full arts and for like golds, I typically start at the C tier automatically, and then I'm going to walk it through and be like, okay, do I think this deserves a higher ranking or a lower ranking? And right off the bat, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. It's not F tier for me. I'm just not a particular fan of this trainer, but I'm not going to give it an F tier because I do like how the artist did the background. You can see like all like the grassy, like kind of plateaus or grassy, mossy cliff sides or whatever, like with like little, you know, kind of generic-y looking waterfalls in the background. So I will give it some points, and I appreciate that. So this trainer, I don't even remember I don't even remember the name, but so I'm just going to start off and say, like, I don't think it deserves a C tier. I don't think it deserves all the way down to F tier. It's just a D tier for me. And these will get dragged around. Like, so this right now, it's the only one in D tier, but then like, let's say there's another one. I'm like, oh, like this is D tier as well. Do I think it's better there, or is it less than this D tier? So it could be like D plus, D minus, whatever. So PokeDude says F, agree. Okay. Remind me to get Street Fighter. Personally, I got tired of seeing trainers myself. Yeah, they can get a little bit overwhelming for sure, but trainers will be coming back even more so with Journey Together. So yeah, far out. Looks like yeah, you're gonna see a lot more trainers coming up soon. I like the screws on her head, says Bing Bong. Yeah, it's kind of a weird kooky design, but it's just not my fave. So I'm gonna give her a D rank here, and we're gonna move on. So. Now this is the guy in the more recent game that you come across, right? The Team Star or whatever. I always never really was a fan of the design, but here again, I mean, if you look at the background, so I don't really like the design. The colors are fine. It's not an F tier, like it's fine. But I really do like the background of this card. Like I really do like the trees and the shadows and the lighting in the back with this kind of foresty woodland scene. So I really do like that a lot, but I'm still not a huge fan, so I'm going to put it in the D tier as well. But I do think that this artist put a little bit more time and effort into the background with like the trees and the foliage and everything, and you can even see like how the shadows are being cast on the dirt behind the character here. So yeah, Ninja in the Forest. Ninja in the Forest needs more cactus, right? Says Sven. Sven, welcome in. But yeah, I'm going to rank this above this trainer, but it's still in the D tier for me. Not crazy about it. You know, like if it's in one of my products here that I'm hoping I can get this week with you guys, and I wish the best of luck to you guys out in the hunt, wherever you go for Target or Walmart or wherever you can find Prismatic Evolutions this week. Good luck. I do seriously wish you the best of luck because right now the market is absolutely crazy. Do not seriously overpay either. I don't agree with these people way overpaying MSRP. Like, I'm not going to be like, if I go into a shop or an LGS and they're like, oh, like, we're charging market price $150 for an ETB, I'm going to be like, you can go F yourself. So, and yes, this is kind of more of an adult stream. It's later at night, so I apologize if I do have any younger viewers popping in, but yeah, you've been warned. All right, let's go to the next, trainer, like, because we have so many of those. All right, this particular trainer is, like, actually a little bit better, and the reason why is because I think the angle of the camera is a little bit more interesting because it's kind of at a slant. The outfit is really well done. The lighting is really nice and bright and clean. The bookshelf behind him is really crisp and clear, and the colors, like, of those, like, the purple books and the green books pop. I actually don't mind it so much. I think it's probably going to end up being, like, lower C tier for me. Like, I'm not pushing it down to the D or F tier because I actually don't mind this trainer as much as the other ones. What Slick Rick says, Pokedude. Yeah, right. All right, but yeah, this will probably end up being, like, lower C tier. Like, it'll get pushed down. But for me, it's C tier. And I'm going to move at a pretty decent clip here tonight, guys, because, again, I have a tendency to talk too much. And some of these artworks I'm not as crazy about. So yeah. So, oh, real quick, what I do want to say about this trainer too that I like is, I've mentioned this before on my art ranking streams, that if you're a graphic designer or if you're a photographer or if you're an artist of any medium, whether it's traditional artwork like pens and pencils or actual paint, like you're an actual painter, at some point in your career or your training, you've probably come across what's called the rule of thirds. Now, for those of you who don't know what the rule of thirds is, like, let's say you have a long piece of canvas here. Like, it's a very, like, the rule of thirds would be this. You take two lines that are equal from each other, and you go down the canvas, right? So 2 lines equidistant from each other down horizontally, and then you'll have 2 lines, 1 and 2 across horizontally. Now, where these lines intersect is where you want, like, the subject of your painting or your artwork to be. So you see what I'm saying? So, like, like, if you were doing, like, a portrait of someone, you'd want their face maybe to be slightly off center because that's more interesting to our eyes. So if I ever talk about the rule of thirds, that's what I'm referring to. Or if you have someone who's a landscape painter, let's say their canvas is like this, they might want, let's say there's, like, a person, like, looking out over a railing towards, like, these mountains in the background. You're going to want the person standing here, like, their head is here, their body's here, and then the mountains are over here, and maybe there's, like, the sun is rising. So, like, the interesting points, then your focal points, your eyes are going to go to the person, and then, like, the mountains and the sky and sun, like, in the background, your eyes are automatically going to focus on that. So if I ever do mention or call out the rule of thirds, that's basically what I'm referring to here. So blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Let's continue. Don't really like this guy. And again, there's going to be certain cards that I might only talk about for like 10 seconds. And then there might be ones I talk about for a minute or two, but I don't really recall this guy too much. Don't really like the design. The background colors are okay. It almost looks like he's on the yellow brick road from like, the Wizard of Oz though, which kind of throws me off a little bit. But I will say, it's not F tier. Again, I'm going to give a little bit of props, but I like this actually the least of the trainers so far. So I'm going to put him actually at the bottom. I'm not a fan of this. And again, you guys are welcome in the chat as I'm going through these trainers and these SIRs to let me know S, A, B, C, D, F in the chat. Let me know what you think. His hair throws me off, says Far Out Genetics. True. Yeah, it's like, because whoever designed this character, the original designer of this character, was clearly trying to, like, obviously, like, the hair. Oh, you know, like thorns. Like, that's why he has those, like, little, like, the little thorn things, like, in, like, the actual hair design. But yeah, it definitely throws me off as well. So I'm not, you know, it's very, I want to be clear, this is very close to being F tier, but I'm giving it a little bit of credit, like a few points here to the artist for the background as well. But if the background was like boring, then it would have been automatic F tier. All right, Aerie, I know Aerie is the next one. Now, this is her without, like, all her face paint and everything. Now, I'm a little bit biased here because I do like Aerie a lot. You know, waifu, whatever. I mean, and I think she's cute without all the face paint, makeup on, and all that stuff. So, again, I start off my full art trainers in the C tier, But for me, I'm going to put her up in the B tier. I do like the colors. I do like, yes, she kind of has a boring stance and just how she's standing there. But I like the colors. I like the lighting. The camera angle's slightly off kilter, which is a little bit more visually interesting. I like, I said I already like the colors, but like I do like how they did like a pop of color with like the kind of like whatever this like little tree is on the left side of the painting here with like some apples and whatnot. And it looks like there's like the bookshelves and everything in the background. This is probably like that first level of like when you first enter the lobby of the academy right in the game. So yeah, so I give this, I'm probably going to end up this like in the mid to high B tier. It's just a nice full art, I think. So yeah. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is Friends in Paldea. So this is like I really like this one a lot because you get basically the whole cast, like your player character, Arvin's in here, Penny, of course, and Nemona's in here as well. So I do like this full cast photo. And normally with like full art trainers, I'm not like super hyped about it, but I do like the angle that you can even see like it's almost using like a fisheye lens with the background, how it's almost kind of like concave in a way, or maybe it's convex is the right term. But I do like the colors of this. I like how they're all kind of like posed together. Even the shadows look good, like with like and the shadows are not just generic like black shadows or whatever. Like this artist clearly used like they're taking the lighting from the actual environment to use proper like shadow coloring. So I'm actually gonna put this the full cast actually as A. It'll probably get pushed down as like, you know, SIRs get added into these upper tiers, but so this might end up being like lower A tier, like A minus, but I actually do like this full art trainer because it has like the whole collection of them a lot. So for me, it's an A. Very much so. All right. Now this is Arvin's body does look a little weird. A little bit. Yeah, I see that. Now we have Larry, of course. Now, I know there's all those people online or on their Instagrams or on YouTube that like are always like, Larry, like, isn't like Larry like a thing, right? So, people are like, oh, like everyday man Larry, like he's just sick and tired of his job, like whatever. But yeah, he still goes out to work and he still goes and is a, you know, gym trainer, a gym leader and Elite Four, whatever. So, I do like him a lot. Is he like A tier? No, but the pose is great. The colors are great. I like the, you can see in the background, there's like those like glass panels like for the floor. And I do like how they have the lines kind of going off into the distance. If you're an artist, so those are like basically the lines are going off camera because that's like it's following the horizon lines, right? So it's probably like you have a horizon line off over here, and then you draw the lines all the way to like where that horizon point is. So it really is very interesting to the eyes, this particular one. So I'm gonna give it I'm actually gonna give it a B tier for this full art. I do like it. Looks like a bank robber, says Jonathan86. Oh, Jonathan, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's like, you know, putting on the gloves, he's ready to go. He doesn't want to leave any fingerprints. Isn't it past your bedtime, says Queen of the Bandits Hideout. Yes, it sort of is past my bedtime, but I'm also a night owl, and I do work late at night. But, yeah, so welcome in, Queen Bandit. Hope you're good. And, yeah, feel free to share whatever your grades would be for however long you stick around in the chat for these artworks. If Chocolate made this list, he would put all the trainers at S tier, says Albert of Gladiator Collectibles. Albert, welcome in. You know what, after I finish the stream, if you guys are still up and about, maybe we'll play some zombies or something. But I was like, you know what? If I don't do this stream tonight, ranking the artwork, tomorrow's kind of going to be a wash because I'm probably going to be like searching around for Prismatic a lot. So, and I don't know how late I'll be out or how many shops I'm going to end up going to. And then my friend David's coming over. He's going to be spending the night because we're going to leave early Thursday morning to go to Disney Thursday, Friday. So, like, tomorrow's my one big shot to try to look for product. If not, then maybe him and I, when we're up in the Orlando area, we'll try looking for stuff up there. But it might even be tougher up in the Orlando area because there's a lot more competition, bigger city, whatever. So, yeah. All right. This is Giacomo. May the odds be ever in your favor, right? Yeah, I'm about to go night-night, says Queen. All right, Queen. Appreciate you popping in, though. Giacomo, I'm not a fan. You know what? I am gonna move. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move him. No, I'm not sorry. I'm moving him down to F tier. Don't really like him because Giacomo is like C tier. No, like D tier. Is he D tier? Yeah, he's like upper D tier though. Not a huge fan, and it is kind of boring. So I'm gonna put him in D tier, and I'm moving, you know, the thorn hair guy to F tier. Nah, bye. All right. I want to go to Disney, says Queen. Yes, well, David and I will be in Disney Thursday and Friday, and then I'm also going to stop by, before we head home, I got to stop by Disney Springs because I have to get more of those Sprinkles cupcakes, and I'm going to surprise my mom and sister with some Sprinkles cupcakes from Disney Springs. They're amazing. They're the best thing. Like, I'm just going to stop there, like, run in. I mean, you can't really run in. You have to, like, park, go across the bridge, causeway to, like, get into there, go to the shop, see what they have left still available, grab it, go, get back to the car, and then get back on the road for the 3-hour drive home. So it's going to be an interesting next couple days. Anyway, all right. So Giacomo, not crazy about it. Whatever. Let's continue. This is Mela. So Mela, I remember her SAR was in Paradox Rift, which I basically am like 1 or 2 promos away from having like the full master set. So Mela, I do like a lot. I do like the colors. I like the pose. I like her energy. Like the whole, like, she's out in the garden / probably near where like the outdoor track is for the school. So I like the spunky attitude that she's got, right? So I'm gonna give it upper B tier. So she goes above the Airy. I think the artist put a little bit more time and effort into this piece. Not saying that the Airy one is like not as they're still upper. I would say like in the B tier. Upper B tier. So yeah, John, welcome in. Hope you're good. Again, appreciate you, Albert, and everybody else popping in here and chilling, having a good time. Hopefully, again, feel free to drop your guys' grades in the chat. I left the tier maker list pinned at the top of the chat, and I also put it in the description of this video. So if you do want to make your own tier list and share it out with your own people in your own discords or in your own communities, however you want to do it, it's up to you. Now let's go to okay. So this is Ortega. His full art was in Obsidian Flames, and then Giacomo 2 trainers ago, he was in Paldea Evolved. So Ortega was in Obsidian Flames. He's okay. His full art from Obsidian Flames I actually liked more. I don't remember what I ranked it at back then. Probably higher than what I'll rank this one, because this one is a little bit it's a little safe to me. It's a little, I mean, It's good though. It's at least better than, I would say it is better than Giacomo, and it's better than these two in the D tier. So definitely better than these two and Giacomo. So actually, I feel like it is just going to be kind of in the C tier, maybe even a little bit. Is it slightly better than this guy? I don't think so. I think it's going to be probably end up being like lower C tier, but I'm going to put it in there for now, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Yo, Charlie, welcome in. How you doing, Charlie? Make sure you have a snack or you have a drink, because I'm going to move at a good clip here, or I'm going to try to. Again, I'm going to try to keep this to like, you know, we're already almost half hour in, and I still have, we're not even like a third of the way through yet, are we? So this could end up being like close to hour and a half, so yeah. All right. But howdy, hope you're good. All right. Now, one of the next trainer is one of my favorite waifus in recent memory. So this is Raifort. It's spelled Raifort. And I commissioned an artist a few months ago to do several custom artwork trainer cards. And then I was also like, you know what? I really like Dendra, and I like Raifort. They're both of their designs. So Dendra, you guys know from her SAR and full art trainer was in Paldea Evolved. Paldea Evolved. And so I have if I go full screen here real quick, so I have a custom full art trainer card. So I have some of these in my collection. So there's Raifort and there's Dendra. And so I really like Raifort. So my personal bias is coming in here, you guys. You know, fair warning, right? So yeah, so I do like this. I do like her a lot. And I'm gonna have to put her at a slightly higher ranking. Let's go back to it. We got, oh yeah, save some zombies for me later, Mike, because I wanted to get this done tonight, this art ranking stream, before I forget. And Charlie says C, but I really like it, Charlie. Like, I know what you're saying, and again, that's why I do want you guys to share your ranks where you would put it on your tier list if you're making it right now, or even if you're not making it right now, let me know. But yeah, drop some Suicunes for Mike. Michael's maybe gonna drop some grades in himself if he's taking a break, or maybe he's grabbing a snack, taking a breather from some zombies. Anyway, Ryfort, I like her pose. I like the background, kind of like that stone gateway. It's probably like it's this photo or the snapshot of her was probably taken somewhere inside the city, like down the steps from the academy in the game. So I kind of like that. I like that the camera's at an angle, so the gateway is not like a straight boring gateway. It's off kilter like that. So that's cool. And again, colors are great, and I like it. So do I think she's, and as much as I like her though, do I think it's A tier? I really like her a lot though, so I'm sorry, she's my favorite waifu. So normally I would put her like upper B tier, like B plus, but she's probably gonna end up being like lower A tier, like A minus for me. I'm my bias. I like her a lot. I do. So yes. So she's a nice waifu. I like her. I wish she actually gotten like a cool SIR, but you know, maybe someday she'll get one. All right. This is this supposed to be not Rhyme, right? Like Rhyme is the one that was in Obsidian Flames, and she already had her full art trainer. Or is this Rhyme like in like regular clothing? If someone knows the name of this this particular lady, great, fantastic. If not, I don't know, but I'm I'm gonna go D. She's okay. I'm just not a... I don't even know who she is. Like, at least, even with the people that I don't remember their names, at least I know who they were. I don't even remember this character in the game. So that's... I don't know, that's not good. That doesn't tell me they're memorable to me. So, yeah. Alex, welcome in. Alex, we're just doing the art ranking stream. So we're going through. If you want to follow along, pinned at the top of the chat is the tier maker list that I created for this. And yeah, let's start going into the SIR, guys. This is where I think everyone's been waiting for, but I was going in order for these artworks. It's going to be the same order for our set, or it should be, according to what I saw. And you know, I took these off Justin Basil. So the Leafeon. The Leafeon is one of my chases. It's one of my top chases. I would say like top 5. So I think you guys can probably guess that I'm... Oh, it's time? It's time? Oh, at TYME. Okay, so... yeah, I still put her in D, though. But for the Leafeon, guys, I'm going... Look, I just said it's one of my top 5 chases. So I think you guys can kind of understand that Leafeon is definitely S tier for me. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of the crown thingies... I still love this card artwork. The colors are fantastic. The design of the card is great. I love all the different foliage in this, like the baby's breath and all the leaves and all the tree limbs and everything, and how they're all kind of intermingling with one another, and just it feels sporadic, and it does feel natural, like in nature. It even looks like there's some kind of like berries or nuts or something like on some of these bushes or trees in here. And then there's like some sparkles, and the colors are all kind of like, well, you also even see like that kind of prism effect behind the Leafeon, and even the Leafeon's body itself has the terastalized kind of effect, which is cool. But it all feels very natural. And I even like how like near the top of the card, like the foliage, the tree leaves and everything is really dark. And I feel like that helps the top part of the card like pop as well. So I would definitely say it's S tier for me all day. So I wish I could collect this set, says Queen. Queen, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for all of us trying to find this set for the next couple months, unless they really surprise us, which I hope they do, and they're just gonna be like offloading a crap ton of product onto normal retail stores, and just they're gonna keep inundating us with like waves and waves of this. Which, you know, again, I'm crossing my fingers. Like, please, Pokemon, please tell us like you're purposely like manipulating the market to like, oh, like we did some small allocations. Guess what? Now you're getting a crap ton. Like now we're doing, oh, you wanted more Surging Sparks? Here's a reprint wave of Surging Sparks. And another wave of Prismatic. And another ETB wave. Oh, by the way, here's another reprint of like Paldea Evolved. They're like Paradox Rift or something. Or even like, oh, and then a month later, like another big reprint of, you thought we were done? Here's another reprint of Temporal Forces. So, yeah. Anyway, so we'll see what happens, but yeah. The masks. I'm not gonna really spend much time in the masks, you guys. If the first SIR that I pull out of Prismatic Evolutions English, now thank God, I've opened some Terastal Festival, and I actually have another box of Terastal Festival that I'm maybe going to open. If I can't find Prismatic this week, I might open it for Sunday instead. It might be one of the battles on Sunday. But I hate all the masks. If I end up pulling one of these mask cards as like my first SAR from Prismatic Evolutions English, I think I'm going to cry. So, I mean, you will see man tears on this channel. So, I don't like the masks. I think they're... no, I'm not even going to apologize. I think they're garbaggio. And if you like them, good for you. Kudos to you. But I think the masks are just a waste of a SIR slot. Just a lazy waste of a slot. I don't like them at all. And I'm not... Nope, no more time spent on this. And yeah. Flareon. Now, I'm not going to put... Spoiler alert, obviously. Okay, I'm not putting Flareon in S tier because... And let me tell you why right off the bat. The crown. The crown on the Flareon... The crown on this Flareon, it kind of... Not kind of. It does piss me off. The crown is so massive because it's like running toward the camera. I just wish that like maybe the Flareon was like... If the Flareon was facing any different angle or running towards this way or like... In a fiery cyclone or something. And Mike's like, yo, boo, bias. Yes, I do have some bias. I've admitted that. But if the crown was in any other direction, I would have put this in S tier. But I have to put this in A tier. It will probably end up being in like mid A tier. But like, so right now, it's going to be like at the top of A tier because obviously it's a little bit better than, you know, the Friends in Paldea. But I just wish that the crown was, like, different. I wish the pose of the Flareon was different. I love, like, the ring thing around it. It kind of gives me, like, these Game of Thrones vibes. I do love the cool fire in the front part of the card. It's very, like, old Chinese, Japanese style fire. Like, not, like, realistic fire, but, like, that kind of artistic fire. You know what I mean? Like, that in cartoons. So, yeah. So... It's going to be A tier for me. I would still be very happy, of course, if I pulled this card, but I just... Things like the crown is what dings it down to A tier for me. Sonic the Hedgehog vibes, I got you. Flareon's my OG fave, got you, Charlie. BuzzPeep is angry about that. I know, well, BuzzPeep, I know you love all the evolutions, but I did put Leafeon in the top, and I know, Buzz, I know you're a big fan of Leafeon like me, so, yeah. Ceruledge, I really like the Ceruledge. Again, I think it is one of my top chases. It's definitely up there. Maybe it's not in the absolute top 5, but I think this artwork is stunning. I think the colors are great. I love the kind of like swirly of the purpley black ink colored-ish like fire. And there's also like these sparkly like sparks effects in the background. Like if you look at right below Ceruledge's like feet, there's like these kind of like bursts of color like right below his feet area. Like that's cool. Yeah, I really do like this. This is top S tier for me all day. Love it, right? I love, and I do like Ceruledge. It was on my team of 6 to, when I beat the game, like beat the Elite Four, all that stuff. So, Ceruledge was goated to me. I think it was a great combination of fire and ghost types. And I think even, was I able to teach it a dark type move, even though it's weak to that? I feel like in the game I was able to teach it a dark type move, which was kind of ironic. Oh my god, but what about the crown? Well, the crown is a little bit better here because, like, I feel like the crown kind of blends in, like, with the darker colors. It doesn't, like, I don't know, it doesn't bother me as much for that. I don't know, it just doesn't. I love Leafeon and Flareon, so it's an automatic S tier for me. Ah, Buzz, okay, gotcha. Flareon hater confirmed. All right, Mike. Boo, boo, he's a hater, boo. Oh my god, the other mask. Okay, there's several of these masks. Okay, do we know where this is going? I think we do. F tier for the other mask. So, yeah. Again, it's just a filler slot. There could have been some other Pokemon that could have gotten SIRs for this set, and they would have been fantastic. They would have been amazing. But no, let's give all the 3 different, you know, masks from Twilight Masquerade. They're going to get SIRs in this set. You know, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, so Psyduck all day. You know what? What if they had done... You say Psyduck, right? But what if they had surprised us with, like, a Kingdra SIR in this set? Like, well, actually, they wouldn't have done that because they just did that promo for Shrouded Fable, which actually Japan hasn't even gotten those promos yet. But what if they had done like Golduck? I haven't seen like them do like an SIR for like Golduck or something. So that would have been cool. It learns the dark type move, Night Slash, which makes sense. Ah, there we go. So, I haven't booted up my game though on my Switch for a long time, so it might have been that, or maybe I was able to teach it something else, like from a TM or something. Golduck would have been sick, right? Sizemore? Yeah, exactly. But like, you know, some of these OG Pokemon from the original 151 just kind of get like, you know, poo-pooed. Instead, we get like Alolan Executor, and regular Executor gets like another SAR or another full art. And I'm like, why do some of these get SIRs or whatever? Like, they're terrible. But all right, Mask is bye-bye. Let's go to, okay, Vaporeon. Vaporeon, if Luna's watching, which I don't think she is right now because I haven't seen her in chat yet. Luna's gonna hate me for this. It's not my favorite. It's still A tier. It's absolutely A tier, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the Vaporeon. The crown again. The crown kind of bothers me. I do like the kind of like this card and the Glaceon coming up have a kind of like a stained glass effect, which is very cool. But is she asleep? Oh, she's sleeping. Okay, so she's sleeping. Mike says she's sleeping. You're safe, fam. All right. All right. So Vaporeon is gonna go in like A tier for me. It's just the crown bothers me, and I do like the background and the kind of like starry effect in the background. It's cool, and I do like the colors of the background as well. The terastalize like of this part, you know how Vaporeon, what is this, like the fan part that comes out from its face, those like fins, I guess. I don't really like the terastalize effect for that as well. So it's just A tier for me. It's still a chase. Like, of course, like any of us who get one of the evolutions is going to be like jumping out of our seat because apparently the pull rates are so bad that people are saying, oh, it's like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 2,000 for a specific SAR or whatever. Or the average is like 1 in 250 or 300 packs for like just even a regular, just any SIR. So it's rough. So I'd still be happy with it, but it's just not my fave. Glaceon. I did see Pocket pull this. I've seen Pocket pull this. I feel like, did I see Royalty pull this? I know I've seen Pocket pull this. Oh my god, I woke up Luna. Oh. Mike, what did you do? I do like Vaporeon. I do like Glaceon a lot. And I did see this pulled, like I said, this is my third time saying it. I saw this pulled on Pockets, and I did think the effect was very cool, but I don't know if the kaleidoscope, like the background for this Glaceon kind of reminds me of like a kaleidoscope, or you guys remember those toys as a kid, like where like you look through the tube and like when you turn it, the color beads at the end of it like move around, so it makes like a kaleidoscope effect. So it kind of reminds me of those, like you would get that at like Christmas time. So that's a cool aspect of it with like the texture of the snowflakes and everything. There's just something that my gut is telling me, as much as I like it, the background just, I feel like, didn't do enough. And the background also, if you look, also has kind of like a cool like lacy effect in the background as well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it slightly. I think the Flareon is still a little bit better, and I think it's between the Flareon and the Vaporeon. So they're up there. They're up there in the upper A tier right now. So yeah. Yes, PBM, Cactus is in trouble. LOL, says Just Pika. Just Pika, by the way, welcome in. Rena's dropping the hearts. Welcome in, Rena. The fire mask is the worst mask because it's not really playable unlike the rest of the masks. Ah, true. I heard you, Mike, that Cactus was live. Ah, so that's why she woke up. You woke her up. Ooh, okay. Very cool. So this is the Palafin. I just got the baby shiny of this for my master set. I do like this a lot. The colors are great, and it has such cool character. I feel like I have to, because it's so creative, because it's so out there and interesting and cool. I don't think it's going to be the most valuable SAR in the set. I think it's going to be kind of like mid to lower. Well, watch in like a couple months, where like we're going to look back on this and be like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's amazing. But I will have to say, okay, I'm not letting my personal bias come in here. I will have to give it credit. I do believe this is S tier artwork. I'm pushing it into S tier because I think it's so good. It just has so much, like, it has so much chutzpah, as some people out there might say. You know, like, it's just I don't. To me, it's very cool. Some people are like, some people don't like it at all. S tier. Some people are saying C minus. Alex says C plus. Okay, some people. So this is a very divisive card. I see what you guys are saying. I'm still going to put it lower S tier for me. It's not a personal chase for me, but I do appreciate the style of it, the artwork. It looks like pastels. That is true too, right? It looks like oil pastels, and how it's like it's so chaotic and how it's blended and everything. So I would love to see, I want to encourage more artwork kind of like this. I would love to see more other Pokemon get this kind of a treatment. Can you imagine if Gyarados gets a card like this, where like the Gyarados is coming at you and it's like all this, like, it's like the crashing wave effect, and this artist used like oil pastels or something. It would be so dope, right? So I gotta give it props, because I want to see Pokemon embrace more styles like this. So yeah. You know too much, LOL. Love you, man. Inspired me. Hold on. Let me go full face. Professor Rich Boy. 5 months. 5 months? You crazy. Welcome in. We are art ranking. Join us. Chill with us. Although, wait. No, you're in the UK. Oh, my God. So it's like 3 a.m. your time. Chill with us if you can, but if you fall asleep, I understand. So get some sleep, but I appreciate you. All right. B-Pop, welcome in. Yes, we are still ranking the artworks, so we're going to be going for a little while longer. We still have about half to do, so we're moving along here. We're moving at a good clip. I'm trying. All right, next one. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not even technically halfway through yet, so we're getting close. All right. Okay, this is F tier. Do I need to waste much of our time here? I can pretty much put this in F tier, and then we can move on. Can we move on? Mama VMAX, didn't you say, can we move on?
So Big Daddy Cactus, Big Daddy Cactus, Big Daddy Cactus.
Can we move on?
Can we move on? All right. So yes, at least this was, is this the only play, like, this is one of the few playables, right, Buzz? You said the only one that's not playable is the fire one is basically useless. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Now, Jolteon, again, I love it, and I actually saw on Twitter, someone posted they were able to get Prismatic Evolutions product today in California. They got like a binder collection. They were able to get a 3-pack blister and a poster collection box. So the binder, poster, and a 3-pack, and they pulled this out of one of their products. Now, it's not S tier for me. Let me just say that first before I even look at this chat right here on the screen. It's not S tier for me because the crown again. I do like the kind of this also is chaotic, so it's A tier for me. I think it's pretty hype. I'm gonna put it right below actually the Flareon. I think the Flareon is like a smidge better, but it's up there, really high A tier for me. I do like it. Wow, Charlie's F. Pokedude says F. Charlie says wait, Charlie went. Oh, Charlie says A for this. Got it. Sorry, Charlie. You're probably talking about the mask. Okay, got you. Sven says C. Alex says B minus. Wow. Okay, so definitely these evolutions are dividing some people. Yeah, that was for the mask, says dude. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't keeping up with the chat there for a moment. Buzzpeep says I feel like having all the masks being Terra really hurt the SIRs of them. LOL. B for the Jolteon. Got you. Okay. Let's go. So again, I like it. Colors are great. It's kind of chaotic. It's almost a little too chaotic, and I wish there was a little bit more focus on like the buildings or something, because I feel like this card is not as good as like the Jolteon promos from those the specialty boxes, right? The Jolteon V and the VMAX promos that we got in our premium special boxes, which I have around the corner from me, but I don't want to get up out of my chair. But you guys know, it's just, they're not as good as those. Those are like S tier, pretty much damn near S tier, both in my book, but not this, unfortunately. But, all right. The Iron Hands SIR. I did rock the Iron Hands deck for quite a while in the TCG online, and I did pretty well with that deck. You know, I rolled this with the Miraidon and everything, like, you know, the meta for the Iron Hands deck. So, if I was still rocking that deck right now, you know, this would be a great card to add. I do kind of like the colors, but it's not my fave. It's not bad. It's just... The colors are super cool. Hold on. Like, why do I get, like, I'm getting, like, old school. I used to read Sonic the Hedgehog comics from Archie Comics back in the day when I was younger, when I was a kid. And I'm getting, like, vibes from that, like, almost like Dr. Robotnik kind of vibes from this, like, psychedelic colors, like, cool, vibrant colors. Me, personally, it's very cool, but it's just S tier. Hold on, let me... S tier, no. A tier, no. B tier, C tier. Do I think it's C tier? Do I think it's better than... I'm just not... It's okay. I'm gonna put it kind of lower B tier for me personally. It's alright. It's alright. Yo, we got Sevi coming in here. Member for 3 months. Hold on. Sevi, welcome in. Thank you for popping in here tonight. I know it's kind of a late stream, but I wanted to rank the artworks here tonight. But what did you say, Sevi, for 3 months? Iron Hands give me Vaporwave vibes with its colors for sure. Ah, got you. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to give it a final ranking of B. I do like the colors. The background was kind of cool, but a little bit flat. So maybe that's why I'm like in my head, I'm like, So I'm leaving it in B tier for me personally. All right, let's go to the next one after Iron Hands. All right, now this is gonna be. This one's gonna be very divisive, I feel. Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you the Espeon is not A tier. Not S tier in my book. Okay. I feel like the body. I feel like Espeon's body is a little wonky to me. Like, if you look at like the front legs and like the chest with like the head, I feel like the proportions are really off. I do love the background. Love the background, you guys. The flowers and like the crystals, like the colors. The colors of this card, it really reminds me of the Tinkatink, Tinkatuff line from Paldea Evolved. If you don't remember that, go back to Paldea Evolved, and if you put those cards next to this card, you'll be like, oh, I see it. Like, the colors are super close to that. It's giving me those vibes like 110%. And I know Gladiator, if Albert pops back in here, he loves this Espeon card. And Albert, I'm sorry. It's the proportions of the artist, I feel like really could have done better for the Espeon. Love the color too. I do love the color, guys. Love the color. The composition's great. It's just the Espeon really bothers me. It really does. Wow, this is gonna hurt me to say. But I gotta. It's not F or D or C tier. But for me, I'm gonna put it high B tier, like B plus. It's just, and that hurts me to do. That. I like Espeon. It's not my favorite evolution, but this let me down a bit. The body just really bothers me. That's yeah. All right. A++ says so. Okay, so we got A. I see C. Agreed, says BuzzPeep. Okay, so yeah. All right, guys. Let's go to the next one. The Sylveon. Now, 110%. My bias is going to come into effect here because out of my first 2 boxes of Terastal Festival that I opened here for myself on the channel. Okay, so I have it. I can look at it. It's right in front of me. I have it. Okay. So I can tell you, and of course I just drop it like because I'm, Butterfingers. The colors on this are fantastic. The pinks really pop. The sky blues, the baby blues, even the regular, the off whites. The texture, like, I hope the texture is as good in English as it is in Japanese for this card, because it is mind-blowingly pretty. So the flowers, like the bows and everything, it is stunning. So I feel like I have to put this in S tier. It is just, if it's even like 80% as good in English as it looks here in Japanese, it's an S tier card. So agree, S, A plus to S minus. S minus, says Charlie. So yeah, do I like it more than Palafin? Yes. Do I like it more than Ceruledge? I would say yes, but now, do I like it more than Leafeon? I don't think so, but it's up there. It's up there for sure. We have the Sylveon Master Ball. Nice. That's a pretty penny too. Last I checked, this card was still number 3 in Japanese, and then the Master Ball was, I think, number 4. So I think the Umbreon Master Ball was still number 1, then the Umbreon SIR. But then it's funny. So like this one is worth more though than the Sylveon Master Ball, I think, right? I mean, I'm sure one of you guys, if you guys are able to check, great. If not, don't worry about it. But I think that's how the order is right now for the value. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. I really like the Iron Valiant, you guys. It's a personal favorite of mine. I love the Iron Valiant from Paradox Rift. I love the colors in this, how like it has that, like those bubblegum pinks and those like lilacs and those neon pinks, and how like the green really pops because of all those colors that are so different from it. And the background is super cool. It's like, it has this kind of like computer chip effect, but it also feels like it has, because it's the futuristic, right? I think it's for me, I love it so much that, and I think it's undervalued. I think it's S tier. It's S tier for me, you guys. It's one of my chases. I do like Iron Valiant a lot. Okay, so I think most of us are gonna probably say between like, okay, wow, Charlie does not as much. Okay, and even Alex does not like it at all. Okay, well, you sort of like it. You gave it a C. So I will say I like it more than the Palafin. For me, it's a chase. So I'm putting it up in my S tier ranking. But again, guys, this is why I offer you guys a chance to make your own tier list in the pinned comment or in the description of my video here today. I love it. The Mask SIR has got to be an A. Yeah, right? So, all right. Iron Valiant is an S tier. It's a chase for me. I like it a lot. I think it's just undervalued. So, yeah. But, Rena, I see you saying A for it. Got you. All right. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Iron Crown. I love the Iron Crown from Temporal Forces. I think this one is very cool and very amazing in just a slightly different way. I love all the blues in this, and like how like the background feels almost like it's like a net, but like with the blue as well. And the moon in the background looks like it's like glimmers and it almost looks like you can see like an H in the moon. Or maybe it's just like it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. And I do like those pops of color, like with its like horns and with the moon and with its like the wings on its like the front leg shoulder things. I really like it a lot. Is it S tier? No. For me personally though, I really do like it a lot. I think it's a beautiful card. I think it's also undervalued. I think at some point people will look back on this card and be like, it's amazing. So again, this set is very divisive amongst all of us. I'm seeing B, C. I'm putting it in A tier for me. I actually like it. I like it more than the Evolutions. I'm putting it. I think the artwork's stunning. I just think I know the Pokemon's not super popular, but I like it. It's high A tier for me. It's A plus. I think it's fantastic. So yeah. I like it. Sheesh, as far as genetics, B, but close to a C. Yeah, we're gonna differ a lot on Terastal Festival / Prismatic Evolutions, it looks like. So that's okay. Sandy Shocks. Sandy Shocks. It's not an F tier for me. I don't think it's D. I don't think it's D tier either. It's very. I'm not a fan of it. It's very mid, but I do like how there's all these textures on this card, and all the background has like there's like these kind of jagged rocks, and there's these like ferns, and there's this grassy kind of messy grass, and these kind of veiny leaves off to the side, and then there's this kind of like vines hanging off the top. It's very all over the place in a way, but I'm gonna give it props for that, and I do like the color that they chose, that kind of like sepia brown for the background. That I think helps it pop. But without looking at this, I'm still not looking at the screen because I got something in my eye. Oh, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna give it a C ranking. I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna put it upper C rank, like C plus ish. But it's a C for me. D, F. I'm giving it a C. So we're kind of all sort of in the middle there. Except Rena's like, no, it's an F. It's a B for BuzzPeep. Okay, gotcha. Super fantastic. I mean, far out, brah. Yeah. It's a C for me. So, like, again, so the color is cool. That kind of coppery brown or sepia, light brownish color. But it's not my fave. Oh my god, another mask. That's right. We have another mask. Okay, so this is going down in F tier. I'm not gonna... We got 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3... 2 and 1. So no other complaints. F tier. Okay, cool. All right, Umbreon. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Even if you're not a biggest fan of the artwork, which I do like the artwork. This artwork, I've said this in the past, and I said this I think in the video I did for these evolutions like a couple months ago. This card reminds me of. Does it give anyone else Majora's Mask vibes from? Of Zelda, like Majora's Mask. I get such vibes from this card of that because of like the kind of the purples and the yellows and the oranges from that game. I don't know. Does anyone remind me? Like, okay, but let's not kid ourselves. This is the biggest chase for all of us, even if we're not the biggest fan of it. Come on, if you pull this card, like you're gonna be like, oh my god, you're gonna freak out, right? So. Yeah, the moon / sun is crazy. It's very like vaudevillian. It's very like kind of circus chaos. So yeah, LOL, gotta get some laughs. S tier. Killing says S. Yeah, so you guys love this card too. So let's not kid ourselves. We're all like, oh my god, let's go. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so now this card I did pull out of my box at one of my boxes, and I sent this to. I had for my Secret Santa I had Mike, and this is Shinji Kanda artwork. So this is an amazing piece of artwork. I love the golds in this, the yellows, the light greens of like the wheat in like the foreground. You can see it's like literally inspired by wheat fields or like grain fields, and the clouds are very like again. Just like one of those other card artworks, right? Like the Flareon with like the old school looking fire. The clouds in this piece kind of remind me of, if you've ever seen the opening credits of Mulan, how they draw the clouds. I'm getting like, it reminds me of that. And then the clouds are kind of like that same kind of goldenish, almost maybe dirty bronze, gold color, whatever. And then I love how the roaring moon is drawn, like with those kind of like the tail kind of has some of that like cross hatching, crazy, like the reds and the blues, and then the fanned out, the tail part with like the black, how it pops. It's just a stunning card. So for me, I think it's a beautiful artwork, and I've seen this in person. Like I gotta put it up. I think it's gorgeous. I'm giving it. I'm putting in S tier. Do I think it's better than Palafin? Yes. Iron Valiant? Yes. Do I think it's better than Ceruledge? I think it is. I think it's up there. I do think it's very high up there. I think it's a great artwork. Fantastic. So I'm putting it high. A lot of great high artworks in this set, you guys. And yeah, I'm going to keep going. So looks like some people said A+, near top of the A. B says Rena. Okay, Rena doesn't like this one as much, but still, okay. Alex said B+. Second best card in the set said Coda. Got you. Okay, so you really like this card, Coda. Got you. Yeah, and I think people will be... let's say even if you're not the biggest fan of this card, I think if you pull this card in English, you're still going to be like, damn, this is pretty. I think it's probably going to be at least a $40 or $50 card. I mean, the Roaring Moon I just picked up for my Paradox Rift binder because I'm expecting the singles market might go crazy in our hobby here soon as well. And it already is going crazy for some of these singles, but the Roaring Moon from Paradox Rift is still like looked over. It's still like kind of ignored. And so I did pick up a really good flawless copy for like $60, and I think it's still a steal at that price for that artwork. And it's not even the most valuable card in the set. That Groudon art rare is like $75, $80. That's the most valuable card in Paradox Rift, if you can believe that. Believe it. So, all right. I don't like it. I think I saw Serbane pull this out of one of his boxes, or he ordered from somebody and this got pulled out of one of his boxes for him. And I felt for him because I was like, either he pulled, was it Serbane, or I saw like one, like maybe he was stocked to open this for somebody that I knew. And I was just like, oh no, the Peturant, I was like, nah, I don't like it. Guys, my gut right now is telling me it's F tier. I don't like it. I mean, I kind of appreciate, I see some of you guys saying in the chat, C, B, I love the color, hate the mon. It's a low B or high C for me, C. Guys, I'm going to go completely out of left field. I don't think that the artist, I don't know. It feels like, okay, the artist, okay, like, yeah, you might say, but Cactus, you gave these other artists credit for doing like a kind of interesting background at the very least, but it's like, it feels a little bit lazy to me. It's like they took this kind of like, oh, this kind of like rainbow looking thing, and then they went copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Oh, like those little hand things above those rainbow things. It looks like, again, they went like, oh, like they selected it, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It just feels very, I don't like the mon. I'm not crazy about the colors at all. It feels like, to me, it feels like none of this makes any sense. If I was working with this artist next to them, I would have said like, we gotta go back to the drawing board on this one, fam, because it's not working for me here. So I love Osare's style. I think it's cool, but B, C tier for me. I got you, Coda. And I'm not familiar with this artist. So, I mean, maybe if I probably looked them up, I could see some of their other stuff. And I would probably guess maybe I'm a fan of some of their other artwork, but this to me, it just ain't it. It ain't it. The Goldengo, or Golden Go, as some of you guys like to call it. It's not, let me just get a trait. It's not S tier for me. Alex is already saying S tier. I'm sorry, Alex. It's not S tier for me. I don't even know if it's A tier for me. I'm not the biggest fan. I love that, says Alex. I mean, Alex, I'm glad you like it. Definitely, it is very cool. It's kind of out there. I do love all the gold coins. I do love the camera angle. I do love the buildings in the background. I'm just not the biggest fan of the sky and why did they do the effect? Like somebody's gonna say, well, Cactus, they did that kind of splotchy effect because like if you look, it's like they're circles like coins, get it? And I do, but there's a part of me that wishes that they didn't do that filter with like the white holes in the background, because it's a little jarring to my eyes. I almost wish that they just didn't do that filter. Like they just left a nice clear sky and just maybe put a bunch of cool texture on the sky. Almost like the textures, kind of imagine if they had some cool textures like the Roaring Moon had for the sky here. And then I think it would have pushed it into A, possibly S tier for me. So if that doesn't give it away, I'm putting this very high B tier. I think it's a little bit better than the Espeon, because again, that Espeon, the body really bothers me. I'm putting it high B. We're talking like B plus tier here for me. So yeah, I wouldn't be too upset if I pulled this out of one of my packs, because I still think it's a very cool card. It's just not my it's not my fave. So it looks like most of you, okay, it looks like actually we kind of all agreed on this, B, 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 except for Alex. I know you were like, oh, Coda says A. Okay, so you like it a little bit more. So Coda, I am close. I'm talking high, like B plus. So we're probably not too far off. But Yeah, Alex, I'm sorry. You definitely like this. You're a big fan of it, which is cool. So, all right. The Dragapult. I saw who did I see pull this? I was watching a Rip and Chip last week, and I saw this pulled out of one of their boxes. They had someone ordered like 2 or 3 boxes, and this was the big pull out of one of their boxes, and the textures looked really cool. Like, you know, like the grain of the textures on this card like really popped. I'm not the biggest fan of it. My gut is telling me it's not S tier, but I do believe this is worthy of definitely being in the A tier. The colors, if I remember right, looked great. I feel like the Terastal effect on actually the Dragapult worked really well for this card. And I did like how, even though, yes, but Cactus, the background is a little bit too much for me. But why I like the background is because all the colors, while there's all these different colors going on in the background, it all kind of converges onto the Dragapult itself, which is, so my eyes are drawn into it. So the pose is boring, I will give you that, and that's kind of is what's stinging it from S tier, but the texture is great, the colors are great, the background really brings your eyes right into the Dragapult, and I think it's A tier for me. So, I like the look of the Dragapult. A for me. Charlie says, I have no idea what this is. Abstract art. Yes, I do agree with that, Charlie. It is very abstract, and that could jar some people. So I understand why people would definitely give it lower than an A, like B or C tier. And I get it. I completely understand if people would definitely rank this lower. For me, though, I think in person, I think this is like it reminds me of the Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign. People say, is that really worthy of S or even A tier? But then there's so many people have told me, Cactus, if you see that in person, even though it has that kind of weird whatever style, once you see it in person, you're like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's absolutely stunning. I think this is one of those cards that if you get it in person, I think you would see why I'm putting an A tier. Not S tier, but why it would be an A tier. So now I gotta see, where do I put it in A tier though? I think it's a little bit below the Iron Crown. I'm going to put it in high A, below the Iron Crown. It's up there, though. So, yeah. All right. I'm A tier for me, but I think seeing it in real life will help. Yeah. I really strongly believe that about this particular card. So, and some of you might say, well, Cactus, look, you could say that about every single card. And you're right, but I think this is one card where I'm definitely going to fight you on that and say, like, no, you got to see this one in person. Like, I saw it on camera, and the Rip and Chipper showed it close, and I was like, looks good. All right. Now the Raging Bolt. I'm a little bit biased here because, and I still have to pay Broly Pulls shipping. I bought a box from Broly, and my big hit out of the box was, well, I was lucky. I had 2 big hits out of my box. I got the Raging Bolt, and I got the Gold Pikachu out of my box from Broly, so I still got to pay him the $6 or $7 shipping. I'm not the biggest Raging Bolt fan, but I know that this is going to be super valuable in English because this card is super playable. I do think the artwork is great. I will be honest with you. Okay, even with my bias, I'm not giving it S tier, and I think already I'm seeing some people in the chat agree with me. I don't think it's worthy of S tier. It's very cool. It kind of gives me these like Dr. Seuss like crazy vibes with the colors of the background, like with like even like the like if you guys have ever, like, you were a child, you ever read Dr. Seuss? Like if you look at the branch style like of the trees in the background, tell me that doesn't remind you of like Dr. Seuss or something, right? So I do like it. I think it's going to be like low A tier for me, but I think it's worthy of being pushed up into that A tier. I'm going to give it low A tier though. So for me personally, I think it's actually going to, does it go above the Rhyfort? Yes. Does it go above the Prenz and Paldea? Yes. Does it go above the Vaporeon? I think it, does it go above Vaporeon? Does it do enough to go above Vaporeon? Because everyone's hyped about all the evolutions, and I'm going to leave it right there for now. There's part of me that wants to push it higher, like I'm in between like the Glaceon and the Jolteon, maybe there. But right now I'm going to leave it here. Okay, so we're going to leave it here. I didn't like the Obsidian Flames Charizard, then I pulled it and I liked it. Yeah, see? That's another example of a card that when you pull it and you see it in person, you're like, holy crap, that is fantastic. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. All those adjectives, throw them in the pot because it's all those things combined. But all right, let's go to the next one after Raging Bolt. I think we're starting to get towards the end of SARs. Well, we're moving into the trainer SARs and a few more here. So we're getting... Ooh. Okay, this Eevee is in our set. So this is the Eevee that is in our set, whereas the I didn't have the fruit one in this art ranking because it's not in our set. So for those of you who are like, Cactus, where's the art? Where's the one with the fruit in your tier list? Because I want to add it. I want it on my tier list. Well, technically, guys, it's not in this ranking because it's not in our set. So yeah. Now the Eevee, I think is very cute. It's adorable. I'm not crazy about the colors. I think the colors are too. It's too much of the same color, which kind of like. Okay, does any of you, be honest with me right now, when you look at this card, you're like, oh my god, where's the rest of Eevee's body? Like, my eyes are like, okay, I see the fluff around the Eevee's neck, I see the head, I see the tail, but I'm like, where's the body? Like, the body almost like disappears in this. I gotta ding it for the same reasons why I ding the Espeon. It bothers me. It does. The fruit one is going to be a premium collection promo. Exactly, BuzzPeep. And that's not going to come out for many months. So if you guys do want that the Eevee fruit promo, it's many months away. So, guys, I do like this artwork. I do. Truly, I do. I just feel like... I don't know what happened with the rest of the body, or they're trying to use the Terastal effect, but with that light background color, it actually almost did... Not almost did. It did do a disservice to the Eevee itself. Okay, so yeah, it makes him blend in. Exactly. So there's like nothing in the background. It's too boring. It's just a little it's too stale for me. It almost like pushes it down. And this sucks for me to say because I do like this artwork, but I have to push it down. Is even the Iron Hands better than this? I feel like it's low B tier for me. And that hurts me to do it so low for this card. But I actually still think the Iron Hands is slightly better than this. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it in B tier. I'm gonna give it because it's an Eevee, it's gonna be pushed up into B tier, but if this was any other Pokemon, I might have pushed it. It might have been down in C tier right now. So it's bad, says Charlie. Yeah, I mean, that's again. People are like, oh, you've already said it 5 times, Cactus. It hurts me to put it there. It does. Anyway, let's move on. The Blood Moon Ursaluna. Didn't I see PBM Mike? If you're still in there, he might have me like on his phone, so maybe he can hear me saying this. Mike, I saw you pulled this out of your box on your stream this past week. I thought it was very pretty looking. The only problem I have with this card is the same problem I have with a Terapagos card, which is going to be, I think, the next card after this, where... and I have the Terapagos card, okay? So I have the Terapagos card. I have the same problem with that card as I have with this card, where, and I know you can't really see it because it's blurry, because my camera doesn't have autofocus. It's hard to almost tell, like, where the body is and, like, where the, like, it's too muddled, if that makes sense. Like, kind of the problem I have, like, with the Eevee card, where it almost, like, blends in with, like, the background or, like, the rest of the design. It's not chaotic. It's just, like, it's too, yeah, muddled. Hashtag muddled, says Mike's Arts Mix. Yeah, so, I'm gonna put it, it's a B tier. I don't know if it's, is it C tier? I'm so close to putting it in C tier. I am. I very much am. Rena says B. Muddled for Mike's Arts Mix. By the way, so Mike, I think I already told you when you popped in the stream that your mail did go out. So you had a winnings. So your mail's gone out, but you're Australia, so it might take a couple weeks, or it's plain white envelope. So it could be fast, it could be slow. I don't know. All right. But all right. I'm going to go with the chat on this one, and I was maybe going to push for B, but I'm going to go with chat on this one, and we'll give it high C. We'll give it like C plus. And that I'll go with chat on this one. We'll go C plus. All right. Now the Terapagos again. I'm gonna leave all the drama at the door, whatever, and I'm gonna put this in. If I'm putting that the Blood Moon Ursaluna C tier, I gotta put the Terapagos also with C tier, because for those same exact reasons. I just feel like it's too muddled. The Pokemon gets lost with the background because of all these same blues and purples. It just gets too much this. It's just like it's too much. It looks like most people, GrabFam JP, you're already agreeing. Charlie, leave my Eevee alone, LOL JK. I also agree that's kind of bland and that the bear needs to be a little brighter compared to the background. But Adriana Banana, can we drop some bananas in the chat for my girlfriend popping in here? I know she's still not feeling great, but I want bananas. I want bananas. If you're here, drop some bananas in the chat. Thank you. But yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, banana. I had to do it. It just blends too much, that Eevee. I wish they had given it, if it had the body and if the background was a slightly different color to help the Eevee pop more, that Eevee would have been an A all day long. All day long, that Eevee would have been an A. For sure, 100%. So, but yeah, this Terapagos is definitely C plus for sure. Yes. All right. So, guys, we're moving on to now the trainers, and thank you, Jonathan, Charlie, GrabFam, and Rena dropping the bananas, and even some hearts from Rena as well. Okay, so I'm not the biggest fan of these trainer SIRs. Now, I should preface this by saying I did get a 2-hit box out of one of those boxes I opened here recently on a stream as well. I did get the Drayton SIR, if you guys can see this kind of okay from the camera, but I'm not a fan of these SIR trainers. I'm not a fan. They're just a little too, like, safe to me, personally. Yeah, you know what, guys? I got to agree. I thought maybe I was being too harsh with this. Is it bad that I think this is... I agree with Charlie and Rena and Jonathan. And JP, you're very close. I'm putting this in F tier too. I was scared that you guys were going to, like, riot against me and be like, no, Cactus, this is at least a C. But I don't... It is very blah, right? It's very blah. It's very bland. It's very meh. Like, right? Like, I do like the idea, though. I do like the idea of this, like, kind of colored border. If they did, like, a Journey... If Journey Together had, like, a bunch of these, like full art trainers that maybe full arts, not SIR. If, like, the full art trainers had, like, the cool colored border and there was, like, something going on, like, for the full arts, I think that would be a cool thing if they did it for, like, a set. Like, for a specialty... like a special full art thing that they did for, like, a special one set full art thing, right? That would be cool for full arts, not for SIRs. So I'm gonna agree with chat as well, just like the Ursaluna. I think it goes F tier. I'm gonna put it upper F tier, which really doesn't make a difference. An F is an F, but I'll put it up here just, I guess, to kind of like whatever. Adriana Banana shouting out everybody. Yeah, I kind of like this card for how different it is and the style, but I wouldn't like to pull it, says Coda. So you're like, I kind of like it, but I don't want it. I don't. All right, D minus says JP. Gotcha. All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh, didn't Mike? Again, I'm going back to PBM for this. Mike, didn't you pull? Mike got a 2-hit box. Didn't he get the Crispin, which is this one, and the Ursaluna out of his same box? He got a 2-hit box, right? And this is a play. The Crispin is playable still, right? Buzz people tell me. Well, anyone who plays the TCG will tell you. Pretty sure the Crispin is playable, which does help the kind of like attractiveness of the card. There's going to be people that want this card for their bling deck. That's gonna bring some value, some desire to pull this card, I think. But having said that, I still feel like it's very. Does it? It's not okay. It's not F tier. I gotta argue with myself here. It's not F tier. Is it D tier? I think it's gonna push itself up into C tier. I do like the... I'm gonna put it low B. I feel like C is still too harsh for this card. I'm gonna put it low B, right below, right near where the Eevee is. I'm gonna put it in low B tier. We're talking like B minus. I'm giving it B minus. I know some of you are saying D and C. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give it B minus. Thank you, Cactus, for what? It's a great artwork. Oh, what did you say? Oh, it's a great artwork. Did I miss somebody else? The chat moved a little bit there. Where are the cool trainer cards with their Pokemon from Sword and Shield compared to boring SV1s? They look like stickers or cards from cereal boxes. I got you, Banana. Yeah. But welcome in, Adam. Thank you for popping in here tonight. Yeah. You keep saying Mike, by the way, when he's referring to PBM and Zardy, just letting you know and not confuse them. Oh, yeah. So, guys, when I am... Well, it's not my fault, because... You know, Mr. Zard's Mix used to be, Mr. Zard's Mix, but then he had to go and change his channel, and he had to choose the name of, he had to say Mike, which is already out there. But yeah, I'm referring to PBM. I should probably just, I'll try to say PBM. But I mean, I always say Mike, like, because I know Mike. So yeah. Crispin gets a B minus, 100%. Playability bumps it to B minus. Yeah, it's super, because... oh god, wasn't the ability to pull like any 2 energies from like your discard or from your deck and then you just shuffle, right? So that's super helpful for people that need to get rolling quick in a match. So yeah. Yeah. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next one. Crispin, too much talking. Yo, Legacy. Oh, hold on, Adam. Let me go full here real quick. Adam coming in here celebrating 3 months. I'm only here for Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Well, Tuesdays, it's almost over. It's almost over. It's almost over. All right. All right. The Drayton. Okay, so this is the card I said I have, right? So I have this one. Now, I do like the purples of this card. I do kind of like, the pants. And his design looks okay. There's even like the Pokeball and some water in the background. And there's even like the cool like wood grain behind him. But again, it's still very meh. Is it F tier? I'm going to argue with myself again here. F tier? No. Is it D tier? I don't think it's D tier, you guys. I mean, again, it's very safe. So I'm still feeling I'm pushing it into... Is it better than Sandy Shocks? Even Sandy Shocks. I'm going to put it in the middle of C. I'm going to give it better than Sandy Shocks, but it's going to be mid-C for me. Mid-C. Yeah, mid-C. All right. Pull 2 energies, put one on a Pokemon and the other in your hand. Ah, see, that's why it's that. There you go. So it's even better than I thought. So that's why it's super playable. All right. He's bored watching Crispin be lame. Hola, Papsito Hero. Yeah, Hero. Is Hero popping in here too? Hero Norvillain, welcome in. I think I might have missed you earlier, Hero Norvillain. I'm sorry. But yes, guys, we're getting toward the end here. We have 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 more to go, and then the golds are going to be pretty quick. So actually, I will be pretty much on time to end within an hour and a half by 11 o'clock, hopefully here. So now this is what's her face? Is it? Oh God, hold on. Let me look through the Ninja Chikorita. The Ninja Chikorita, this is my Shroud of Fable stack here, which I have to put in the binder when my Voltex order gets here. Janine. I was going to say Jasmine. I'm like, no, that's the sandwich girl. Janine. Okay, so Janine's Secret Art. Okay. All right, so not super playable, but I kind of like the design. I'm not a big fan of feet, so I don't like how the foot is like in the front. I wish she had just been like, I don't know. And okay, if you're an artist, okay, there's something called foreshortening. Like if you were to draw a picture of me, if you took a snapshot of me right now, and then you drew like me how I look on the screen right now, like, but let's say you took a picture when my hand was like this, so like, or like this, so. Foreshortening is when, like, if a person draws a picture of me with my hand like this, and they have to draw my arm, but this is called foreshortening, when you have to shorten my arm, because you're not seeing the full length of my arm, like if you would this way. Like if you drew my hand this way, my arm, you have to draw the full arm. But when someone is like this, that's foreshortening. So foreshortening is really hard for an artist to do, and for me, this looks, it looks wonky. It looks wrong. Maybe they didn't want to draw like the toes or something, because toes are just as hard as like fingers, like hands to draw for a lot of artists out there. That's why like they also did it like this, because hey, guess what? I don't have to draw the hands and the fingers, and I don't want to draw the toes, so I'm gonna make it so like the foot is like this off the camera, because you're gonna see this part of my hand, but I don't want to see the fingers. I don't want to draw those. So it almost like screams like they're trying to get away with this, and I'm like, I see what you're doing, artist. I see what you're doing, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I'm not sorry, and that bothers me. I can see like the artist cutting corners there. Like I see you, artist. I see what you're doing. So yeah, tacos at Cactus. I'm in, Adriana. I do make a good taco salad, and I kind of stole that from Mike, but I do a really good taco salad. We all like a sandwich, girl. A lady sandwich. I'm not a fan of feet. Cactus 2025. I'm really not. Tarantino approved, yeah, from that scene. He wrote that scene in that movie for himself. Don't get it twisted. All right, and we're gonna go quick with these next ones. I like this one. I like the effects. I've seen this pulled. I like how there's more trainers in the background. I like the sunset. The colors are great. I think this is super cool. Do I think it's S tier though? I think I'm gonna put it high A. I'm putting it on my gut. I'm not even looking at chat yet. The chat is over here on this screen. I'm not looking at chat yet. I'm putting it A+. I like it a lot. I might move it when the stream is over, but I do like it because you get Carmine in the background, and then I forget who else is in there back there, but yeah, I like it. So yeah, I think she looks pretty cool, but out of the trainers, but the foot cart because of the background stuff. Maybe should have just been a different pose in the air. Yeah, exactly. So if the pose was different, Banana, I would have definitely helped. It definitely would have helped push it higher into B or A, right? So you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I think I was a little too gung ho. I think I really wanted to put it here when I first was dragging it up, but it's definitely still like A+ tier. It's just slightly behind the Dragapult and Iron Crown for me, but still high. Rena says B, Charlie said B, and JP said B. No, JP said A. Okay, I got you. All right. That one is nice with the sunset and the colors, 100%. So that's why I'm rating it high. The sunset, the colors look great. The clouds look fantastic. Even the sheen on the hair looks good. But yeah, and the texture on this card, I've seen this pulled too. It looks stunning. It reminds me of the close-up shot of the Carmine where people are like, isn't that too close up for you, Cactus? No. The Carmine from Twilight Masquerade is S tier as well, and I'm pretty sure I marked that S tier and then I pulled that card in person here with you guys, and fantastic. All right, let's move on. This is Lacey. I just pulled Lacey about 3 or 4 weeks ago with you guys from the Stellar Crown battles. Was it maybe the week before Banana got here, or... So maybe it was like a month ago already. Wow, it's already been over a month. The Lacey. I think I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put Lacey with. The Lacey is not okay. What pushed? Oh, Panda, you're rating us, but we're gonna be ending in like 5 minutes. Welcome in, Raiders, but we're talking about artwork, but we're going to be ending in like 5 minutes, and I'm probably not going to raid anybody because I usually don't raid from these because I really don't usually have many people watching. But welcome in, Raiders. Hold on, I should go full screen for this. Why am I not? Welcome in, Raiders. I'm just doing my art ranking stream for the new set, Prismatic Evolutions, and if I didn't do it tonight, I wouldn't be able to do it tomorrow because I'm going to be out a lot of tomorrow and probably into the evening looking for Prismatic Evolutions out in the wild. And then Thursday, Friday, I'll be away. My friend and I are going to Disney for like the overnight. So, yeah. So, and I'm going to try to see if maybe I can find, if I can't find product here, maybe Thursday or Friday night. We'll probably be too tired from the parks though. But maybe we'll stop by Target or Walmart and check there as well. But it'll probably be more of a crapshoot in Orlando. So, anyway, welcome in, Legends. I hope you're good. Everybody coming in here from the raid and whatnot. But yeah. So we're just wrapping it up here. We're talking about artworks. I put it on my tier maker list. If you want to make your own tier list, guys, any raiders coming in here, if you want to make your own list, it's pinned at the top of the chat or in the description of this video. So click there if you want to make your own list. Share it on your Discord, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, go wild. I don't care. It's for you guys to make it or do whatever you want. The Lacey I'm going to put in C tier. So, yeah. Me and four other people raid. Much love, says Sebastian. Sebastian, I hope you're good. MRBL, I hope you're good. Oots. Slow down a little, Cactus, with the reading and passing cards. Getting tongue-tied there. Yeah, I am getting a little tongue-tied. And it didn't help that we got a raid. And thank you, Banana, for dropping Panda's link there as well. Who other raiders did I miss? Richard Burns. I just got the Leafeon for $70 Australian, and I thought it was an okay price. Richard, Australian currency, $70 Australian. What is that, like 95 US? 95 US, something like that. It's probably and it might increase. I'm guessing it probably will go up. So that's probably. I think you did okay. Knock wood. And even if it does go down, Richard, it's probably just give it enough time and it'll shoot right back up. I mean, just look at all the evolutions from Evolving Skies and what they're doing. They're doing gangbusters right now, so you're probably perfectly okay. All right, Banana. I don't know if I have a command for like. I should, but I don't. So I'll have to make a like command at some point. All right, let's go to the last cards here, guys. Are the golds? Are we going to the den afterward? I might pop in there. Maybe do, like I said, if it's not too late, maybe I'll do one last zombie run, or if it's too late, and I might just be like, I'm too tired, I'm going to get a snack and then do some late night work here. The golds. Okay, so for those of you that raided or just came in late, I'm getting toward the end here, but I will tell you, golds, I do the same thing as full arts as I do with golds. Blah, 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 blah. I do the same thing with golds as I do with full arts. I start them at the C rank, and then I tell myself, okay, has the artist done enough, like, to give a special effect to this gold card, or to, in this case, well, no, yeah, to this gold card, to the texture or the whatever, to make this a B card? Or have they not done enough? Is it a D card? Or have they not done enough at all? Like, they literally showed any lack of trying to make this gold card work. And the texture is a horrible choice, and the design of the background is a horrible choice. And, yeah, so... the golds in this set are kind of mid. And I do like Iron Leaves. I like it a lot. I love the Iron Cream. The Iron Leaves SIR from Temporal Forces. You guys have noticed Temporal Forces sealed is going up just like everything else. You could have gotten a Temporal Forces booster box for like 105 like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now it's like 135. So, yeah. I'm going to give this a D. And I'm going to put this like at the bottom of the tier because I feel like it's just meh. The golds were better in Paldean Fates, in my opinion. Yeah, that I agree with, 100%. Because at least with those golds, they had like the different colors and whatnot. Killing Coda says, I hope the Pokemon Company gets rid of gold cards in the next era. They're so boring and stings to pull. Okay, this is a very unpopular opinion. I'm going to say it right now. I actually prefer, people are going to disagree with me, probably like most of you will disagree with me on this. I really actually like the black and gold cards. Please don't throw too many tomatoes at me. I just wish that they were harder to pull. If they still had the black with the black and gold cards, I think looks super clean. And especially when I've seen people like grade them or they get like sequential graded of the black and gold cards, I think they look super cool. Yeah. So maybe if they modernized those or did something with those, I think the black and golds were cool. But I know most people are going to be like, no, I'm so glad they got rid of those because those sucked. But yeah. So like the Trainer Gallery, Lost Origin, Pikachu, and Mew, says Charlie. Yeah, exactly. I liked those guys. I did. Like the Rayquaza Gold from the Trainer Gallery from like Silver Tempest, for example. Or the Calyrexes. I know the Calyrexes are not the best example for those, but I liked those. I did. So, yeah. And I know people are going to say, but those are so simple. They're so whatever. But sometimes I like having simple, keep it simple, stupid, you know? So, yeah. All right. Ogre Pond Mask. Nope. F tier. And we're going to move on. Okay. Really, Cactus, says Jonathan86. Yes, really. Okay. All right, we'll start off with C tier. Do I think it earns a C tier spot? No. Do I think it's better than Iron Leaves, though? I do think so because of the color. Yeah, I'm going to leave it in D. We're going to go through these golds really fast. So, yeah. Also, Adriana was shouting out a bunch of other people. Banana. Rena said C. Coda said those ones are cool, but I still prefer a full color render. I think SARs and gold rarity should be swapped. Okay. Yeah. Okay, almost like choked there. Okay, gold Pikachu. My bias is coming in here because the box that I bought from Broly, as if you were here earlier, I said the box that I got from Broly had the Raging Bolt SAR or SAR, whatever, however you guys want to say it. And it had the gold Pikachu. The gold Pikachu is a ginormous chase. Let's not kid ourselves. The gold Pikachu is a huge chase for all of us. Even if we're not chasing it, like, oh, I'm not chasing it, but like, you would still be happy. This is one of those cards where like, oh my god, we got the gold Pikachu. You're gonna be stoked if you pull this card, even if you're not like, it's not my favorite, but you're still gonna be hyped for pulling this card. So I think that pushes it to a higher tier. So is it C tier? No, but I think the fact that it's the gold Pika, it's going to push it to high B tier. I'm going to put it right underneath where this Espeon is up here. So I think it's going to be like, I'm putting it just on the basis of people like demand for it alone, I think pushes it up there. Because people are like, come on, even in Japanese, I still think this card raw is, I mean, someone's going to correct me on this. I think it's still like 50 or 60 bucks raw. So can you imagine if you grade this, or in English, this card is going to be like 100 raw, if not more, and then graded. I don't even know. $50 is correct. Okay. So so it's still about there. All right. So yeah. And guys, last but not least, I remember seeing Rev pull this gold Terapagos from one of his videos where he's been opening up Prismatic, and he's been warning the community. I'm glad that Rev's warning the community about Prismatic and letting as many people know about the current state of the hobby right now. So is Pokey Any and a lot of other, like Danny and a bunch of other legends are letting the community know about the whole state of the hobby right now is absolutely nuts. But he pulled, so Rev pulled this. I thought it was fine. I think that actually the Terapagos turtle, for some reason, because maybe the rainbow effect, like, I don't know, or maybe because of the photo makes it look better. I don't know, but I'm actually going to put this in C tier. So the turtle actually goes for C tier for me. It just does. I think it's a little bit better than the other two. So it's low C tier, like C minus. So that's where I'm pushing it. Add command, like, have you smashed that like button yet? If not, then please do. Well, I tried, says Banana. Yeah, so you know what? It's like, the Nightbot, I'll have to, you and I can talk later, or I'll have to sign in and figure that shit out. But yeah, I'll have to finagle with it. And yeah, so, looks like you guys also said, I like the gold turtle. Yeah, the gold turtle's nice, right? So Charlie says D, Rena said C, and JP said C. So we're kind of all in agreement that it doesn't go into a higher tier like B. It just doesn't. But yeah, guys, we're getting to the end here. I mean, I can look if there's someone to raid, but it's this late at night, and typically, like, what I normally do is, okay, yeah, we have 12 of us watching, so we're pretty. I usually don't raid anybody because there's just such a few of us that you guys. Well, I appreciate the 12 of you, the dozen of you that did stick around. I appreciate it a lot, and I always have fun with these art ranking streams and talking about artwork. I work with artists all the time. You guys, I don't know. People have messaged me, or I've heard feedback about, like, what's this artwork? I see like these sometimes these designs. Like, what is it with the what are these? And it's like, well, I work with artists for various projects all the time. Like, I have this card game that I've been wanting to do for years. So like, this is one of the designs, and this is one of the designs, and this is one of the designs. Yes, I know they're like anthropomorphic, whatever, but like, this is what I wanted to do. This is one of the designs. And okay, so like, and they're pairing. So like these two go together, and you're like, well, Cactus, they're different species. But yes, so that was my idea, is that these pairings would be a different species. Like, obviously these two go together. So I work with artists all the time. So I like talking about artwork. I like to collect artwork, commissioning artwork for all kinds of things. So I enjoy it, and I just like talking about it. And yeah, so without further ado, though, guys, I appreciate you popping in here tonight, smashing the like button, and sharing your thoughts, your grades, your rankings for these artworks. And I appreciate all the raiders that still might have stuck around, the couple of you from Panda's stream, and like that. So you guys have an amazing night, and I will hope for the best tomorrow when I go look for Prismatic, and if I can find it, I'll let my community know with a community post, probably with a photo, or my Discord members know, and we'll open it on Sunday. If not, I have a backup. We have backup options. But yeah, you guys have a great night, and good luck. Good luck out there with Prismatic, and I'll see you. Peace.